But a big guest with us right now. We talk Longhorns at the bottom of the hour. We call it Horns at Half Past. And look who it is. We're going to make him an honorary Longhorn.
I like that.
Because he married into the family. He is Sergio Garcia. Serge, how are you, man?
Very good. Thank you, Eric. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being in here. And that's fair, right? You're a Longhorn. You've married into a strong Longhorn family. Is that safe to say?
I did, yeah. Obviously, my wife Angela, birthday today.
Happy birthday,
girl.
Angela.
Happy birthday, baby. So she played golf at UT. In the early 2000s, and then I think she graduated 2008. And then before that, her dad, Marty Akins, obviously, which one quarterback in the early mid-70s.
Marty Akins. Yeah, Longhorn fans remember him.
Great.
And your buddy Quan Cosby was on with us earlier this morning, and he said the first time he played with you was with Marty, and he said you were probably 11 under, and Marty had like four birdies. He's like, oh, man, I'm sticking out over here.
Yeah, we had a good time, yeah.
But Marty's a pretty good player, too, it seems like.
Yeah, he's always played golf. He's always been great at whatever he puts his mind into.
One of those guys, right?
Yeah, one of those guys. So, it's been fun, and obviously for me to be able to live here and kind of marry into the Longhorns, and even though I didn't go to college here in UT in Austin, I feel like I'm part of them, and they've welcomed me really, really nicely. So Saturday was tough.
And when you met her, she was working at the Golf Channel, correct? Yeah, we won't get into Saturday here. We're moving. Turn the page, like you on a bad hole, right? You made a bogey.
Correct.
Move to the next hole. She was working at the Golf Channel. Is that correct?
Yeah, she was a sports and news and sports reporter she started ESPN, Fox, ESPN, then she went NBC and Golf Channel, and we met in Houston, we became friends, and then started dating, and
here we are.
One thing led to another, 2 kids, and
how old are your kids now?
Azalea is 6. She's going to be 7 in March. And Enzo, it's 4, and he's going to be 5 in April.
Love that. Azalea. That's a common flower at Augusta National. Is that where that comes from, I'm assuming?
A little bit. It's a funny, like when we started dating and we were going to get married, Angela said to me, you know what do you think if our first kid, we name it whatever you win your first major? And this was before I won Augusta. So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I need to win one first, but that's cool. And then just before we got married in 17, I won the Masters. And then obviously we had our little girl, and we loved the name to start with. But we thought, obviously, and 13th hole and where everything kind of happened.
Right.
And it was a big turning point for me. So it kind of fits in there nicely.
Azalea, and is it going to be 7? Yeah, the FORE Kids ATX event benefiting Sergio and the Sergio and Angela Garcia Foundation. We'll talk more about that because she's going to be a big part of this. I know she's a driving force in this event too. But take me back, because now you see the passion around Longhorn games, right? You were at the game this weekend with Georgia and all the pomp and circumstance. But I was listening to you. It's funny, go back to July on a day in which you won an event on the Live Tour in Spain, right?
Yes.
And then Rafa Nadal won the Wimbledon, and then Spain won the World Cup all on one day. Take us back to that, because I remember hearing an interview with you, and you were almost in tears of just how emotional and prideful you were for your country to have a day like it. I kind of feel, the only thing I can relate to is a college football atmosphere like that, where it's just so proud of your team. That was an amazing day for your country.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, Eric. Like you said, it was funny because it was the day of force. So Spain, first of all, Carlos Alcaraz won his 4th Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Then I won my 4th title at Valderrama.
It was Alcaraz, right? I said Nadal. My bad. The other Spaniard.
Alcaraz. Yeah, it's fine. Then I won my 4th title at Valderrama in my professional career. Then we as a team, Fireballs, won our 4th live event that week. And then the Spanish soccer team won the 4th Euro Cup. So it was
crazy.
It was one of those things that just lined up, and it just happened.
And you were playing in Spain that weekend, in Valderrama, and your team. That is awesome. And do you see some of that? I mean, it's not to the point of country pride and what you saw, but there is a lot of emotion put into that Longhorn football program.
Oh, without a doubt. I love it. I remember, when I was 15, 16, 17, I was coming to the U.S. and playing some amateur events, and I played a lot in Florida, and I've always enjoyed NFL. But everyone kept telling me, no, you gotta get into college football. It's so much more fun. It's amazing and stuff. And I was like, yes, but who do I support?
Yeah,
because I didn't have a relationship with anyone. I haven't gone to college. I didn't know who to support. So then, obviously, when I married Angela and I got into the Longhorns, then I realized what they meant. Yes. It's unbelievable. But not only football. We're good friends with Jerry Elliott and Andrea. Volleyball. We enjoy watching basketball. So we've and soccer. We're good friends with Angie Kelly, the coach at women's soccer. So we've enjoyed watching plenty of Longhorn sports.
Yes. I said you married into a strong Longhorn family. You're going to be at a lot of games, and you are a huge soccer fan. And you had a question, Noah, about a big soccer event that's this weekend,
we got
right?
El Clasico. That's going to be tomorrow. And I heard Real Madrid fan over here, right?
Yes,
sir.
Big game, massive game. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season, but those games are always important, always huge. I think Barcelona is three points clear of us in the league at the moment. So I don't know. Let's see. It's at Madrid, which always helps. But Barcelona has been playing well. Real Madrid has been getting decent results, but they haven't played as well as they played last year. So hopefully, but these games you never know.
Oh yeah, I have a huge soccer fan in my life that we went over at Luster Pearl over on East and legit watched them win the Champions Cup. And there's tons of Real Madrid fans here in Austin, Texas. Obviously, it's such a global brand, but just super cool. And now, obviously, Mbappe there, one of the best there is. So
yeah, it's fun.
That was your first love, right? Soccer before even golf. Is that fair?
Yes. I've always said it. If I would have not been a golfer, I would have been a soccer player. If I would have not been a soccer player, I would have been a tennis player.
There you go.
and then a golfer.
Then this golf thing. Yeah, you're one of those guys too. You like your father-in-law, it sounds like. One of those. I'll be one of those things, which is pretty awesome. Sergio Garcia is with us. The FORE Kids ATX event is coming up, benefiting the Sergio and Angela Garcia Foundation. Real quick on the live, how are you enjoying that? The team golf and
Fireballs.
the fun, the fireballs. Obviously we know where golf is, and I want your thoughts on how you're enjoying that, and then, is there a chance that we get golf back together at some point in your mind? Because I know you want to be a Ryder Cup captain and be on the Ryder Cup. Those are passions of yours too. Give us where all that in your mind stands.
Yeah, I hope so. I think not only myself but everyone. I think we all hope that we'll come together soon. It's obviously taking a bit longer than we all expected or hoped for. But we're still working on it, and I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, for me, at this point in my career, it's a great opportunity to be able to do what I love, which is playing golf. At the end of the day, I've always loved sports teams and sports and team sports. So. With Ryder Cup and all that. So to be able to be part of a team now with Fireballs GC and have a couple of the guys that I can kind of mentor and put my arms around them and help them a little bit. It's great fun, and at the same time it gives me more time to be home, to take some time off, to spend with the family, to go watch Longhorns and it's great.
It is good, and I thought because you're such a Ryder Cup legend. I mean, the
youngest ever.
It is. It's because it's such an individual game, and some people thrive, as an individual, and maybe don't like the team events. You love the team.
I love
the team is your thing, man.
I love it. I've always that's one of the things why I was saying that I would have been a soccer player, because I love that atmosphere that you have within a team and what you can do to make your teammates be better and then be surrounded, on your wins and your losses. You're surrounded by friends and stuff, and it's always easier to take both of them and enjoy them. And I've always really enjoyed that.
Quick question, it just peaked. Did you know the new sporting manager at Austin FC, Rodolfo Burrell. Have you met him? I mean, he's come in. I think he has Real Madrid, past. Interesting. I don't know if you've gone on to any MLS games.
No,
We'll have to get you into that.
Yeah, we did watch quite a bit a couple of years ago. Last year and this year has been a little bit tougher because we're watching a lot of games,
Longhorn games,
a lot of
and kids.
Longhorn games, and we have kids and stuff. And unfortunately, we can't go to everyone. But but we loved it. I think the stadium is beautiful. The crowds are amazing. The energy is it's unbelievable. So hopefully they'll get back into winning ways like they did a couple of years ago when they almost won the league and they got to the semifinals. So it'll be nice to see them.
It'd be
out
cool
there
to
again.
have that. Yeah,
definitely.
We have F1, we've got soccer,
we got it all.
the bull riding, we've got all
Crazy.
kinds of things. But any chance? I'd love to think you could be a part of maybe bringing professional golf back to Austin at some point with some type of event, right? Wouldn't that be cool? I know we. Some good friends of mine. I mean, the Dell Match Play was so much fun for so many years, and maybe even an LPGA event. I don't know. That would be awesome to bring professional golf back to Austin.
Yeah, well, you never know.
You never know. He's got a look on his face. He's got a look on his face.
You never know. We're working on it. So I think that Austin deserves a lot more professional sports than it has at the moment. It's a big city. It's growing, and it's a great fan base for sports. So. We're working on it, so hopefully we'll have
awesome.
a little surprise coming.
Got a look on his face. He's got a wry grin. You can see it when you put out the video here. But all right, since its inception in 2022, the FORE Kids ATX has raised almost $5 million for organizations that improve lives of young people. Why is this event and your passion for the foundation important, and why and getting involved in Austin with the kids of Austin?
Well, it's super important for not only for me but for my wife too, to be able to give back, kids and community. That's what we love to do, and I've always said that I'm very thankful and very lucky for having the life that I have. Obviously, I work hard for it, but I've been very lucky and to be this successful. So what else to do than to give back to all those kids and people that need it the most. And with our event FORE Kids ATX, we've been able to raise about over $5 million the last 2 years, benefiting Foster Village, Adult Children's Hospital,
awesome.
Save Muni, and my wife's foundation, which she started a couple of years ago, the Ugly Foundation, which is an anti-bullying foundation. So we're super proud and excited about the things that we're doing, and it's coming up November 1st and 2nd.
November 1st and 2nd is right around the corner. We want to talk more about how you can be a part of it. There's an event at the Four Seasons Hotel, the party, you're calling it the party on Friday to start things off. I like that, combining the golf. But yeah, it's for the Dell Children's Medical Center, Foster Village, the Muni. We've got our Save Muni sign up here behind us, because I know Eric Lopez is a good friend, and I know you've worked with him and his academy there at Lions Muni, helping young kids and
He's great.
Scholarships. Because you know it too, but golf can be a great conduit for young people to learn the game, learn life lessons, and stay out of trouble.
Without a doubt. I've always said that the more you're involved with sports, the healthier you are. And nowadays, with everything being so within an arm's reach, it's for kids. I think it's very important to be as involved in sports. Healthy. It works not only for their physical abilities, but mentally and making friends and stuff like that. So it's it helps in every aspect.
All right, Noah. So here's the deal. The party is Friday night, November the 1st. Founded by you and your wife, and this is here. The party is at the Four Seasons. You've got Cirque du Soleil themed events. That's pretty cool. Acrobatics, aerialists, dinner, dancing, and more. TV host Chris Harrison's going to be hosting that.
Awesome.
That's big time.
That's great.
And then there's a golf tournament Saturday out at Fazio Foothills at the at Omni Barton Creek with a lot of big names. Our Sergio Quan was telling us that I think he said Rip from Yellowstone was there one year.
Yeah, a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Well, this is you bring in a lot of your people that you know, and big names, and help raise money. That's cool. So an event Friday night, and then the golf tournament on Saturday.
Yes, we're really excited about it, and like I said earlier, it's been great. The Austin community is really been behind us. We were hoping that it was going to do well, but we couldn't imagine that it was going to do this well. And we hope that it keeps going because, like I said earlier, all those children and the community here need our help, and we try to provide as much as we can.
Absolutely.
The website is FORE Kids ATX, and that's four spelled like an errant golf shot. FORE. FOREKidsATX.org. It's a 2-day charity event founded by Sergio and his wife Angela. And again, the beneficiaries, great ones, Dell Children's and Foster Village, the Muni Conservancy, the Austin Youth Golf Academy, which is Eric Lopez and the team over there, the UGLI Foundation. And that's one your wife founded, right? You said for anti-bullying?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, she did it. She's very, very strong about that, and they've been doing a bunch of talks in schools, and just they've done ugly clubs and stuff like that. So
cool.
Trying to help us as much as possible because bullying it's
a real thing.
Unfortunately, it's too big, and nowadays cyberbullying it's massive.
Real deal.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful and.
Cyberbullying. I mean, my kids are now in their 20s, but it was just starting, and you're what they're seeing online, what they're reading online, what people are saying. Because you know what kids will say to one another when in person. It gets 10 times worse online. All right, so great organizations. It's a great cause. It's FOREKidsATX.org. He is Sergio Garcia. I'm remembering you were living in Florida before you moved to Austin. Is that right? Or where were you living before?
We had a place in Florida. We had a place in Key Biscayne, in Miami. But we were living in Switzerland, actually.
Oh, nice.
Right.
So how are you enjoying Austin? Do you like
I love it?
Good.
I love it. I think it's, obviously, in my opinion, I think it's the best city in the country. Love the people, love the food, which obviously me being Spanish, I'm a foodie.
Yes.
Love the weather. A little warm in the summer, but love the weather and just everything that you can do. Made a bunch of good friends. Obviously watching a lot of sports, which I love.
Yes.
And
are you an F1 fan?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Were you out there?
Yeah, we were there on Sunday.
Do you support a certain team or no?
Not so much team, but I'm friends with
the racers.
I'm friends with Carlos Sainz Jr. and Fernando Alonso, both the Spanish guys. So
that makes sense.
It was nice to see that he did well. Fernando, obviously, his car is not working amazingly at the moment, but it's always nice to have them around.
Yeah, I just want to ask Sergio, obviously 2017 won the Masters, put in the green jacket. You come from a family of golf where your dad was a professional golfer. Your mother, I believe, also was working at the pro shop too when you were a kid in Spain. Just want to hear about that feeling. I mean, when you put on that green jacket and winning in 2017, the big one.
Yeah, it was amazing. No, thanks. Obviously, something that I worked my whole life for it, and I was close several times. Winning a couple PGA championships, a couple Open championships, and it gets to the point where you're like, oh man, am I gonna be able to do it? Right. Am I not? And you still believe that you can do it, but you start getting a little bit older, and you've missed a couple of really good opportunities, but to be able to do that, it was great. Obviously with Justin Rose, which is a good friend of mine, and the battle we had, we both played great, and so it was an unbelievable feeling, dream come true, and to be able to call yourself a Masters champion for the rest of your life, it's pretty sweet.
I should know this going in, but what was the meal that you had? Because I always get the Masters winner gets a big
I remember talking about that. It was one of my faves.
Yeah, it was a Spanish. It was a very Spanish typical dish. We actually had Chef Jose Andres, who's a good friend of ours. He helped us with a little bit with the menu. Caesar salad is one of my favorites. Okay. But he wanted to do a little bit extra, he wanted to do something a bit more, honoring all the past winners at the Masters. So he did we did a Caesar salad, but put in 1 or 2 ingredients from every country that won the Masters before. So it was cool. A mix of little things from all those countries. And then as a main course, we had a soupy lobster rice that is very typical from where I'm in Spain, and is delicious. One of my favorite dishes. we had some great Spanish wine, Pinea, from Ribera del Duero. And then obviously my favorite dessert, which my wife always makes for me, the tres leches cake. So that was
Love that.
That was pretty nice.
There you go. Well, it's her birthday today, so make sure you're getting some of that. Sergio Garcia, FOREKidsATX.org is the website, FORE Kids ATX.org. It's this coming next weekend, not this weekend, but next, November 1st and 2nd. Find all the details there. Thank you, Sergio.
Thanks, Sergio.
Thanks for having
Good
me,
to see you.
guys.
102.7 ESPN. We'll be right back.